Oh yeah, the Jim Inquisition I haven't watched yet. This one I haven't watched this one yet. This is about Modern Warfare 2 PR's journalism and consensual plagiarism, the Jim Inquisition. I have not watched this yet. So let's just get right into it. Let's see what they gotta say. Let's see what they gotta say.
And now a little
Okay,
story.
good. It's not muted.
It happened
I was
long
worried.
ago, in deepest, coldest winter. I remember there was 4 kings.
What?
Hello, James
Hi.
Stephanie Sterling here, able to lactate with a modicum of effort. Here to talk about controversy,
Congratulations,
and
I guess.
journalism, and ethics. All the things that gamers TM love. Also, I think they've stopped now.
Gamers
If you hear any
TM.
explosions in the background, don't worry. We're not in a war yet. It was just fireworks night the night before we're filming, which means a lot of people are letting off fireworks tonight because they're twats. We're going to be talking about advertorials today. So, staying on theme, this is on topic. Here's an advert quickly for Spectrum Wrestling. It's on November 19th in Sheffield. You can get tickets at buytickets.com/Spectrum Wrestling. Enjoy the video.
I still think it's so cool that they have a wrestling career.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you lovely lot! 14, 16, 18, 20, on the spot!
Sometimes I am stuck for
What the
days
fuck?
scratching my head about what the next subject for a video shall be. Other times, an idea simply falls with gratefully received convenience into my sexually potent lap. Today's episode is the result of the latter scenario, as I was recently approached by author, video producer, podcast co-host, and Jimquisition subtitler Laura Kate Dale with a conundrum of professional etiquette
you should follow
and
Laura
potentially
Kate Dale.
dramatic consequences.
She's fucking awesome.
See, she had received a PR email for the latest Call of Duty game,
She
Modern
does so
Warfare
many things.
2. A game
It's
neither
crazy.
of us ever planned to cover due to the whole thing about Activision Blizzard abusing its employees with a veritable smorgasbord of bigoted bullying, sexual harassment, and a CEO that literally threatens to have assistants murdered. The very fact
yes.
Laura got an email asking if she'd like a copy of the game for promotional purposes is bitterly fucking hilarious, but the comedy of the situation was undercut by an ethically sketchy proposition contained within the offer. Getting in touch to see if you'd like a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, said the email. Written exactly like that. If so, let me know the best platform for you, and I'll send a code over. I have also attached some features we have put together in case you're interested in publishing. As promised, there were indeed a number of features provided by marketing firm Hill Plus Knowlton Strategies.
Nothing suspicious there.
There were whole entire articles this PR company had written for the express purposes of redistribution. Essentially,
my
they had
God.
already produced coverage of the game and was offering a number of pre-written articles for
Not
journalists
even
to
pretending
post
at that point.
without the need for disclosure, as if it were their own work. There was no explicit expectation to republish the work, but certainly no problem if a writer chose to do so and pass it off as if they'd
Yeah, they're not
written it
even pretending it
themselves.
even more.
It's an offer
It's-
I could only
what?
describe as, well, consensual plagiarism. And given that we've already
Consensual
noticed
plagiarism.
a blog repost one of these things, I thought you might like to know about this shit so you can keep your eyes peeled and maybe spot some consensual plagiarism out in the wild yourselves. The articles helpfully offered for suspicious republication are: how to spend your first week on Call of Duty, registered Modern Warfare, registered 2. Call of Duty, registered Modern Warfare, registered 2. Top tips for playing multiplayer, the best Modern Warfare registered maps over the years. And everything you need to know about Call of Duty, registered Modern Warfare, registered 2. As you might expect, the writing contained within each example is pretty fucking insipid. No offence to whomever the original author may be, but it's such blatantly shallow marketing fluff that any decent journalist should be offended at the suggestion such vapidity could be passed off as their own. A brand new game can sometimes be a taunting prospect, reads the first offering. Where to start? Multiplayer? Campaign mode?
Oh,
The
wow.
huge offerings offerings from
The
Call
huge
of Duty
offerings,
registered,
too.
Modern Warfare registered too, means there's so much to get stuck into, and players often want to try everything all at once to get their COD fill. To help, we've
Get that
compiled a
COD fill.
handy
Fill it
guide
right
for
up.
those who are unsure where to begin, what to do first, and how to get the best out of the game in your first week, ensuring you go from 0 to hero quicker than a soldier with the fast hands back.
0 to
The whole
hero.
thing
I
reads like a
can't.
desperate advert, because that's literally what it is.
They probably did that as well,
Experiment!
Phoenix,
There are
honestly.
New maps, new guns, new game modes.
They probably
a new
did it all.
gunsmith system. New. Your first week in game should be a chance to get to know the different weapons, from an M4 to a Fennec 45. Your best bet is to change your loadouts and see what gets you the most kills. From this, you can develop your playing style. Are you a camper with a sniper? Do you get on the front foot with
The way they're
assault
reading this, I
rifles?
can't.
Or do you sit back with a rocket attempting to blow up anything to Everything is written in this manner. Not necessarily read in that manner. It's less subtle than a clown nail gunning his dick to a table. That any of it was
Christ.
dribbled onto digital paper in the first place is sad. That it's believable any journalist would happily republish it is fucking embarrassing, when something of an indictment of the entire industry.
I would be embarrassed if I would have
a
to use
professional
that.
who receives this
I
email
wouldn't.
should feel nothing but insulted that anybody thought they'd be up for doing something so unethical, or at the very least, thought so little of their own work they'd want their byline next to such drivel. Like, leaving aside the ethics of the situation, I am fucking furious at Hill plus Knowlton's strategies for thinking Laura K. Dale would ever attach her name to articles as banal, bromidic, and just plain fucking weak
No,
as this.
she-
They know she's got multiple books published, right?
Yeah, she's
That
she's
an
a fucking
accomplished
writer.
That she's possessed of enough dignity and pride to not want
She's a
anybody to
YouTuber.
think she pens
She's
such trash as
a
first
Twitch
things
streamer,
first, players must get
a
their
book
settings
author,
right.
multiple
Get your
times
aim
over.
sensitivity sorted
She's-
early on,
she-
your button layout
she's a
perfect,
journalist.
and your
She's
lighting and
a
audio on
podcaster,
point, and you'll
an
be
editor.
on top
It's-
of the leaderboards in no time. Without your settings sorted, you could find yourself on a 0.1
God.
KD ratio, and none of your friends will want you on their team. The kill cam will be on your screen on repeat, and it won't be fun for anyone except the other team. Play a few games, and after a session, increase your sensitivity by 1 and see how you get on. Do this each time until
So
it
far,
gets
the best
too
thing about-
fast. Top tip, never
about these
compare your
sentences is the way they're
sensitivity
reading
to
them.
others. It's got fucking typos in it. None of your friends will want you on their team E. Their team E? What the fuck is E? Is it Magic E? Oh shit, is it Magic E?
You need me. I'm
What the-
Magic E.
What?
Magic E.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Magic E.
I have a
The
feeling
strip
that's not
makes a stripe
what
with
they meant.
me, a pip makes a pipe with me. Hear what you do with me. Add magic E. Magic
What
E.
is it?
Words change around with me. When they are found with me, hear how they sound with me. I'm Magic E. Magic E. A pin makes a pine with me. Twin
Oh my
becomes
God.
twine with me. Hear what you do with me. Add Magic E. Magic E. Words change around with me. When they are found with me, hear how they sound with me. I'm Magic E. Magic E.
How long is this going for?
Anyway, you will have noticed that I mentioned one geek blog already posted one of these articles without any mention that it was written for them. I am well aware that most viewers would also like me to name and shame them, but for
I can now
sensitivity
speak
reasons
English.
I'm going to
You
refrain.
have,
Basically,
you have
Laura
learned
contacted the editor
the power
in
of
question,
E.
who promptly felt fucking naive after it was pointed out that they'd published an advertorial. They had not considered it such until it was explicitly explained to them, at which point they promptly took the article down. Given that the site was not a big one in the least, and having been told about some personal life issues affecting the author and their potential decision making, we've decided it was enough that we got the article taken down, and to simply inform you that, as pathetic as the pre-baked articles in question are, there are people in games media not only gullible enough to repost them, but to do so without even considering it spreading glorified marketing script. H&K Strategies itself looks like a pretty bog-standard marketing outfit, the kind of third-party firm used by video game publishers all the time. H&K does a lot of work for companies that want to advertise how progressive they are, such as when Ford plastered a lot of gay stuff all over a car, or when Twitter launched a feminine Arabic setting to promote inclusivity for all genders. An inclusivity I'm sure its new owner would have some sort of problem with because he's a cunt. H&K also proudly boasts of raising global awareness of Sweden, which, as the billboard on its site says, is more than an IKEA toilet brush. That is a message I can get behind.
Wow.
IKEA does really good hot dogs too. As far as games, near as we can tell,
I've never
the company
been
only
to an
represents
IKEA, I've
Activision
never
Blizzard,
seen
and
an
according to
IKEA.
the dozen emails Laura's received from them in the past, this is the first time they've attempted consensual plagiarism. Last year, they offered her Call of Duty Vanguard, but it was explicitly marked as review code, rather than simply a free copy with the vague expectation of free marketing in return. Activision Blizzard is a corrupt, rotten, grossly underhanded publisher. That much is a given. In fairness, it's likely they
like
had
to
no
have one of the
direct hand
IKEA
in
sharks?
offering these
What?
articles to journalists. It's just as fair to suggest, however, that they don't give a fuck whether it happened or not. This is what major game publishers do, after all. They farm marketing out to any number of PR firms whose entire job is to spread thinly veiled commercials far and wide, filling the internet with milkily written, search engine friendly spiel. That's their job, and they're good enough at it that these companies have been around as long as I first started in games journalism back in the mid-2000s. H plus K. I don't expect you to change
Cute
what's
IKEA
clearly
shark
working
plushie,
out
gotcha,
for you.
okay.
You're marketers, and I can no sooner expect you to change your tactics as I can expect a baby to not shit its diaper. But I'd really like if in future you'd not insult my friend by suggesting she'd want anybody to think her responsible for your tedious prose. Also, none of us on this side of games media want anything to do with Call of Duty or a publisher that bullies workers, ignores sexual misconduct allegations, and circles the wagons around a CEO who knew about and actively took part in all of it. Thank you.
Drink my pee! I'm magic-y!
Oh my god.
I'm curious, actually. I've not checked out the reviews because I can't be fucked. But I am curious if we're at that portion of the games media abuse coverage cycle where we're seeing reviews of games that are being published by abusive companies like Activision Blizzard that are now no longer mentioning, even as a token aside, the horrific amounts of abuse we see at those companies. This is a pattern we've seen with Ubisoft, where Far Cry or Assassin's Creed reviews come out now and nobody mentions the uncomfortable fact that Ubisoft promoted and still protects sex abusers. Maybe that's a fun thing you can do on your own
I don't
time
see a
instead
lot
of
of coverage
just
of that.
read
It's
some
like
reviews for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
it'll be the usual journalists and websites sucking their dick. Meanwhile, there'll be like maybe one or two that'll even still mention it.
Sorry to bring the mood down. I know you want to talk about just how much fun those video games are. Do you remember Magic Key or not? So, as another reminder, just because, well, I put a lot of investment in it, and so I hope it's successful, we've got our second Spectrum Wrestling show, Kaleidoscope. What a great name. That's in Sheffield on November 19th. We can confirm
That's so cool.
that I'll be
It's
there
so cool that they have a
wrestling,
wrestling
with
career.
Priscilla as a tag team, Queens of the Space Age.
If
Also
I lived in
a
the
brilliant game. We're
area,
fighting the Freak Show.
I definitely would have been
We've
going.
got the Landed Gentry turning up. We've got Axel Strife. We've got Gentleman Jim. We've got Simon Miller has confirmed. It's going to be chuffing great. You can get tickets at buytickets.at/Spectrum Wrestling. My other wrestling dates, just to get those out of the
See,
out of the
those
way.
kind of
This
things,
coming weekend,
they're kind of
November
wrestling
12th,
events and
is,
stuff. Like, I would be
Avant-Garde
willing to
Wrestling
brave the
Newcastle.
outside
November
world and
20th
be
in
around
Leicester
people
is,
to go
Wrestling
see.
Insurgents. And then we've got some other dates coming up. The only one I can really talk about right now is February 5th in 2023. That's in Manchester, Sovereign Pro Wrestling. That's about it for those dates. Apologies to those of you who wanted to watch me this past weekend for True Grit Wrestling. That got postponed. But thank you to everyone who turned up to the Wharf Chambers.
Yeah, I've heard about that, Phoenix.
In Leeds. Especially those of you who said that you'd put me on your list
fucking sucks.
of young trans femmes to model your look after. That was really fun before I told you my age. I think that's it. All that remains to be said is the usual, which is thank God for me.
Gets a stripe with me, a pip makes a
But
pipe
arcade,
with
no,
me.
yeah.
Here, what you do with me, add magic, magic E.
Oh, that fucking Magic E song is gonna be stuck in my head, I know it. God damn it.
Change around with me.
Stop. Just stop the madness. Stop the madness. Stop it. Oh, man. That's fucking wild, though. Consensual plagiarism. Wild. They're just not even pretending even more. It's sad. Like, it's gone beyond stupid. It's just sad and pathetic.